My name is Fran Klein, and I have been a member of Alliance Française for approaching 3 years now. And I'm a retired librarian. I've worked at Boulder Public Library for 15 years. And then I'm also a teacher. So then I became a school librarian and worked in the school system for, 18 years. And I also have some international school library experience. So I've come back from teaching in Egypt. Oh. And so while I was still in Egypt, I learned about, interestingly enough, the French teacher at our school in Egypt told me about the organization Alliance Française. So I actually joined the Denver Alliance Française while I was still in Egypt, so that when I came back home, right away I would have that opportunity to continue my international experience in life.
Wow.
So it's been wonderful.
Can you tell me, how did you come up with the project of a new library here?
Yes, so our library used to be upstairs in what was the attic of this building, and a lovely space with a lot of character, exposed brick and that kind of thing. But it was not very accessible to everyone, to all of our members, and it was not the easiest location for shelving books so that you could find what you need, because of all of the angled ceilings and that kind of thing. So we made the decision to move the library to the main level for better access for everyone. And we've divided the collection into the children's books are in the children's classroom, the children's library books. And then the rest of the collection is in the main level, room 1.
Okay, and what did you do here, for the library?
Well, we've had a wonderful group of volunteers through our members. And so on moving day, we had a large number of people who literally hauled books from upstairs in the attic down to this new room. And I divided the room into a nonfiction section altogether and fiction. And then we also have a section of books that are books written in English that we might also have that same title in French. So that helps our readers who are needing both books. We also have a European book club, which is books. We read books that are translated into English from a European country, and at least 4 of those titles every year are French. So we put those books in our collection so that people who are interested in reading books from the European Book Club can find them.
Okay, wow, it's amazing all the work you've done here, and I'm still thinking that some things still need to be done.
Oh yes, it's an ongoing project. So John Smith, who is another very dedicated volunteer, John and I have been conducting inventory, so it's the first time ever doing inventory in the library. And what that has allowed us to do is to match the books that we own now with what is in our library catalog. And so there are a lot of discrepancies with that, and so we're doing cleanup so that our catalog will be accurate. And then we want to start promoting use of the catalog with our members once we have it in order, so that it's easier to use.
Okay, and last question, why should people come here at the Alliance Française of Denver and visit our library?
Well, we have a wonderful variety of types of books in the collection. So we have books that are classics, which are really important for anyone who's interested in French literature or history of France, or just historical nonfiction information. But we also have a lot of current books, and we're really interested in suggestions from our members on books that they would like to see in the library. So we want to update our current collection. And so, for instance, one suggestion that I had for Alliance was to look at the films that we view. We have our French club that views films once a month, and a lot of those films, those French films, were originally written as a book. Yeah. And so to put those titles and more current titles of that sort in our collection I think would be of interest. We've also are adding a section which will be of interest to all of our students taking language classes, and it's going to be our learners section, which would just be books that would help practice at home with the French language beyond what they're doing in the class with their textbooks.